He was involved in the Obama coup against Donald Trump. He was in the meetings. He knew full well that the dossier was a lie. He knew full well that Hillary Clinton had had it produced, as did the CIA. They gave Obama a heads up. They gave the whole group a heads up, and they were perfectly fine with it. And he was running the FBI when that dossier came in, and he knew what the hell it was, and he ran with it. He knew it was a plant, and he still did it. He's a loathsome human being. You know, it's an amazing thing. This man is one of the most evil, power-hungry, power-abusing men in American history. He's a former U.S. attorney, the biggest and most important U.S. attorney's office, Southern District of New York. And he became the director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. That is an enormously powerful position. And he's abused it like no other. And don't give me J. Edgar Hoover either. This guy is J. Edgar Hoover times 1,000. The difference is J. Edgar Hoover was a patriot. I would contend Comey's no patriot. Comey tried to interfere in an election. He tried to cripple the Trump presidential election and transition. He tried to cripple the Trump presidency. He took documents with him out of the FBI in violation of federal law. At least on one occasion, probably more, he had a friend of his, a professor at Columbia Law School, leak information to the New York Times in order to try and have the appointment of a special counsel. He's been self-righteous about it, patting himself on the head. For the average citizen, if you conduct yourself this way, you would have already been in federal prison. On top of that, when it came to Hillary Clinton, he did the exact opposite. He protected her, despite the fact that they destroyed evidence with their hammers and their cell phones, despite the fact that she violated the Espionage Act with that server in her own home and then lied about it. Her lawyers were given enormous heads up on how to conduct their defense by the things that the FBI did. And then, of course, what Comey did, which has never been done, is he seized authority from the prosecutorial side of the Department of Justice after going through all the abuses of Hillary Clinton's conduct, and then he just announced that there's not enough here to charge her under the law, and they weren't going to charge her, a decision that wasn't even his. He was involved in the Obama coup against Donald Trump. He was in the meetings. He knew full well that the dossier was a lie. He knew full well that Hillary Clinton had had it produced, as did the CIA. They gave Obama a heads up. They gave the whole group a heads up, and they were perfectly fine with it. And he was running the FBI when that dossier came in, and he knew what the hell it was, that it was fiction, and he ran with it. They even got some FISA warrants as a result of it, and they issued and triggered a criminal investigation. He knew it was a plant, and he still did it. He's a loathsome human being, loathsome. And it's more than that. He set up General Flynn. He was not advised that he might want to have counsel. He was not advised of the nature of the investigation. Even the head FBI agent at the time said, "Why are we doing this? Are we trying to set him up?" Which is exactly what Comey was trying to do. He didn't have a perfect recollection, Flynn, and so as a result of that, he was indicted for, guess what, false statements and obstruction. He spent $7 million, he went broke, he lost his home, and they threatened to prosecute his son if he didn't confess. That's James Comey. That's James Comey. During the transition, Comey met one-on-one with Trump about the dossier to give Trump a heads up about what was out there, basically to try and intimidate Trump. Now, he knew it was false, but he did it anyway. He, with the other thugs, he carried out the mission to get a phony CIA intelligence report suggesting that Russia had effectively interfered in the election to help Donald Trump get elected. They knew that was false. Obama knew it was false. That's why he ordered a new CIA report that came to the opposite conclusion of the original objective CIA report. Comey was involved in all this stuff, all of it. Stole documents, leaked, directed investigations to protect Hillary, to go after Trump. He's a very bad man. And so now he's indicted for giving a false statement or statements when he testified before Congress. And so people coming to his defense, even former federal prosecutors are right, some of them on conservative platforms, saying it's a weak case because of the facts in the case. I don't know if it's a weak case or not. We know we have a Biden judge. Isn't that amazing how that works? Eastern District of Virginia, in Alexandria, Virginia, poop, Comey gets a Biden judge who's a liberal. So that helps. And the Eastern District of Virginia used to be hard red, very tough. You had a lot of veterans there, a lot of active duty military, a lot of CIA and so forth. Now you have a ton of bureaucrats. And it votes Democrat all the time now. It is the tail that wags the dog being the Commonwealth of Virginia now, Northern Virginia. When I worked in the Reagan administration, we could never win Arlington, Virginia. That was heavy Democrat, but we often won Fairfax, Virginia, other parts of Virginia. Loudoun County was bright red, now it's Democrat. Fairfax was red, now it's Democrat. This is what happens when you grow the government and you open the borders. It's that simple. And the Democrats know it. That's why they do what they do. So he was arraigned today, was Comey. I'll remind you that he prosecuted Martha Stewart, and she went to jail for 5 months. He was the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York. And she said, they set me up, they wanted to prosecute me, they wanted to convict me, he wanted a victory, did Comey, and she went to jail. And that's pretty much right. He accused her of insider trading, but she really is the first woman billionaire, as I recall. And he was busy trying to collect scalps. He always wanted to be FBI director, be more prominent than he is. Just a nasty SOB.
For all this and much more, sign up for Levin TV.